Good morning, good morning. Here's something to think about this Monday morning. So, what pattern are you continually repeating? Do you want to hear a lovely little poem? So, biography in 5 short verses. I walk down the street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I'm helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. You done it? I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes me a while to fall out, to get out. How many times? So that second verse was literally about you blaming other people. It's not your fault. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault, and I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Next verse, I walk down another street. What patterns are repeating in your life? I mean, the same thing over and over and over again. What is that? Do you know how to get out? Or do you just keep walking blindly into them month after month? Do you know what my pattern was? A money pattern. Good morning, Vivian. A money pattern that I just kept walking into that hole. And we all walk into it. I know we do, because we're trained that way. Here's your one day a month that you get paid. Everybody waiting for that month. And you've worked so hard. And then the government come along and take half of it. And then they tax you on this, that, the other, and everything else outside. And then you're left with what you're left with. And you're rich for 2 weeks. And then you're poor for 2 weeks. And we've got this habitual pattern going on. Now, that doesn't just happen with money. It also then happens with relationships. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're bad. It happens with our health. Sometimes we're good. Sometimes we're bad. What pattern have you noticed repeating in your life? Because your go-to pattern, so see when you react to something and you hit the deck and you get frustrated, angry, cry, blame, guilt, shame, whatever, that's your paradigm. So how do you react when things don't go your way? You're only as strong as your weakest vibration. Because that's the one that's controlling you. And everything that you think is making you feel like that, those circumstances or people are showing you that you are like that all the time. But you ignore it and you get busy with work, busy with alcohol, busy with blaming, busy with the TV, busy with your phone, busy, so you don't notice it. And then you get hit with something and you go, that's not fair. There are no mistakes. You are the nucleus with which everything else is brought to you. And if you do not know how to change the nucleus, you are going to keep attracting those circumstances. Now hear me, like seriously, hear me. Some of us like our circumstances. Like, who would you be without them? Who would you be without the story of being hurt? Who would you be without the story of your sickness? Who would you be without the story of blame and guilt and shame? Who would you be? That's a good question to ask yourself today, actually. Who would you be without your story? We have an allergy, and you've got all the proof of the world that you've got that allergy. But where did it start? Who planted that seed? What happened that somebody gave you that piece of information? I remember when my kids were younger and my daughter had a cough and I took her to the doctor just to check everything was okay. And he says, oh, it could be the starts of asthma here. And I says, listen, I'm Irish. We do not have time for asthma. And then another time, oh, this could be an allergy. Listen, we're Irish. We don't have time for allergies. We haven't got time for that. And I just told my children we haven't got time for allergies. So they never developed them. What are you accepting in your life? So I put up there 8 questions that warrant attention. I'm going to actually just put it in the group. I think it might help. There's things like, how frequently would you vacation if money wasn't an issue? How much has your income increased year by year over the last 5 years? What improvements would you like to take place in your life over the next year? Describe a recurring concern. How much would you have? How much would you need to have to limit all financial concern? How would you spend your day every day if you could truly do what you love? What kind of a contribution do you want to make to society? And the best one, if we could show you how to do all that, would you have a conversation? I'll put these 8 questions up so you can look at them. I'm just letting you know that the offer ends. We've extended it for another 24 hours till tomorrow morning because it should have ended this morning. But when we did the clock, we realized, oh, we've done it till tomorrow morning. And I went, there are no mistakes. Leave it. Leave it. We're going to have it till tomorrow morning. The offer's going to be up after this post. Book a call. No more knowledge is going to change that nucleus. But we know, Bob Proctor knows, and he's taught me how to teach you, how to change the very core of you. In all thy getting, get understanding. You have to do the work. Stop thinking the next book is going to have it. You have to do the work, and we'll show you how. Are you in? Are you coming on this journey together? Are you up to doing this? Have you had enough yet? Or are you going to continue with the falling in the hole? How many times are you going to fall in the hole? I mean, it's okay, you can do that. But when you're fed up of falling in the hole, and by the way, this price will never happen again. So you need to get in. I mean, I promise it won't happen again. Absolutely. Have an awesome day.